start off with is vertical angles. So vertical angles are congruent. I don't want this ruler. Can you sit down? I'm doing notes right now. Yeah, I am.
Do you have it though?
Yeah, sit down. No, I only have wooden ones. Guys, be quiet. I'm doing notes. Jose, put your computer away. Huh? Yeah, it's just everyone's talking. Shakrima, put your computer away.
Hell yeah. No. Joe.
So what are my vertical angles in this picture?
1 and 4.
What? Angle 1 and angle 4, because those are the same size.
Raise your hands, please. Raise your hands.
What did you say, Manny?
Ha!
That's great. Okay, so if you take one angle and rotate it 180 degrees around the vertex, it'll end up on top of the other one. I'm writing it down.
Hell nah, bruh. That's not funny. You can't say that one. That's good.
I'm going to write more after this. I'm going to write more after this.
No. No, bruh. Oh my God. My cousin's
I only have a sister.
Your brother's ugly? Did you say Mason or did you say both? You have them under the age of 13? Underage?
Okay, so what kind of movement are rotations? Do you guys remember from the last chapter? There is transformation. There's a specific word for it, though. No. 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 Rotation is the transformation. Okay, congruent is right, but how do I know they're congruent? What makes them congruent? What kind of motion is a rotation? No. It starts with an R. No, because rotations are a rotation? No. What? No. blank motion. Delmar, put your computer away. No. What's the kind of motion? No. It's how we know. No. No. I told you it starts with an R. No. No.
Regulations.
What kind of motion is it?
Round.
Because it says paragraph.
Oh, round.
Starts with
Rugrat.
Yeah. Give us the second letter.
I.
Ritual.
It's a ritual motion.
Reluctant. Rival.
Another letter.
G.
G?
Regular.
It's a rigged motion.
Yeah.
Rigid. Regular.
Regular.
Give us the other letter. R-I-G.
Rigid means it doesn't change the... No, you said rigged, you said rigor mortis, you said... Okay, so therefore, the two angles are congruent. Rigid. What? Well, yeah, you couldn't even guess the R word I wanted. We learned this word before, though, in chapter 3.
Vocabulary.
4.
I wouldn't fail.
It was on your test, too, for chapter 3.
Actually, I'm the white version of this class. My leg is so white. Like this pale white.
Can I move on?
No.
They're like the white one. Chill, bro. You don't see that?
No, I cannot.
It didn't burn. It didn't burn.
Then I won't be able to see the other 4 corners. Take a picture, Mason. How long does it take to take a photo, Kevin?
Portrait mode.
Okay, I'm moving on now. Okay, so this is the linear pair postulate. Linear pairs are supplementary. No, we're gonna do it. It's just on the first 3, it's not there. Okay, so what are my linear pairs? It means together, they're already together and they make a straight line.
Oh, so like, isn't it 1, 2,
Yeah, 1 and 2.
3, 4, 5 and 6,
What am I doing? Hold on. I was trying to draw an angle symbol and a 6 at the same time. I do. Doesn't mean I have a master's degree in writing. Okay, what are the other ones?
Wouldn't it be 1, 3,
Yeah.
2, 4,
Mm-hmm.
5, 7, 6, 8? I don't like writing these.
Okay. Thank you for telling me. Okay. So what do linear pairs do? I already explained this to you. Yeah. So linear pairs create a straight line. I know. No. No. We're getting as far as we can today and then finishing tomorrow. No, not today. We have a quiz on Friday. No, like everything we did after fall break. So last week and this week. I think there's... Yeah. I think there's only one question where we have to use all of this together. But no, there's more. So a straight line is how many degrees? No. So think about this. A whole circle is 360. If I drew a line across it, it's cutting, yeah, it's cutting it in half, so it'd be 180. Can you stop that? Sage. Okay. Wait. So if two angles make 180 degrees, then they are supplementary. Therefore, linear pairs are supplementary. I'm not even on my phone. I was putting stuff in my backpack. I'm not even on it. My phone is not in my hands. It's on my computer turned off. I don't have pockets. Put it in my backpack. There, it's not out anymore. Yeah, that's it. Happy, guys?
Why don't you just show backpack?
Because I want to talk about things as I write them, and I'm recording the video. You can tell by the red dashes around the screen.
Oh, I thought your mouse was just freaking out.
Okay, can I move on?
No.
So if I go on camera,
Well, not yet. I'm still recording it.
it's not live.
Yeah.
Is it recording the voice audio too?
Yeah.
I bet.
So you know how you guys are loud? It makes it so you can't hear me when I'm recording the video.
What's on YouTube? Why did you just get it's not on YouTube.
The microphone's on the thing, but it picks up. Okay, can I move on?
Are you gonna post it right now? I'll flip the page.
I'm trying. I'm sucking at flipping the page.
Wait, you're recording right now?
Because second hour's video got messed up.
Can I hear me?
Maybe.
What's up, dog?
What's up, Doc? Oh, it got messed up. It's the fire drill.
Mhm. So I had like 10 minutes of nothing. And this is why I record things in second hour first. No, I was saying I normally do it in second hour because of things like the fire drill. If that had happened in third hour and I always recorded in third hour, it would have just ruined my entire video for the day. But since it like went off in second hour, it was 10 minutes of nothing and
You didn't even turn the recording on?
no, 'cause anyways. But no, if like I chose to do it in third hour and like third hour was when the fire drill went off, I would have not had a video at all.
Well, you could have just done an extra one at home.
Yeah, when do I have time?
Home version. Like at 3 in the morning.
Mhm. Because I don't need to sleep. Sleep is overrated.
You're a teacher, you don't need
Do you need sleep? You should have seen how many mistakes I was making in first hour today. Okay. More what? On the theorem? No.
Yeah.
There's just pictures now. And then the proof. Okay, so corresponding angles means they're in the same spot.
Oh, so like 1, 5, 3, 7, 2,
hmm
6, 7, 8.
Yeah. Yeah, the picture's going to be the same every time. Huh? Oh.
And then literally, like, ran away from her, like, as fast as, like, oh my gosh. And it was just, yeah. No, I thought it was like an alarm to the gym, and I was like, yeah.
Okay, guys. So,
What?
I assume you're done writing because you're talking.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Okay, so if you take an angle and translate it, what does translate mean? What does translate mean? Moving, like up and down, left and right. So if you take an angle and translate it to the other one, angles match up?
Because they just so happen.
What makes them congruent?
You just moved it, you didn't dilate it.
And what is this called when I just move it and not dilate it?
It's called translation. Transition. Transformer.
No. What? Okay, it's because they're rigid motions. Remember, when it doesn't change the size, like dilating, it stays the same because of a rigid motion.
I remember the first word that we learned. And the thing, I remember what it was. Rigid.
I don't know. Because it's a paragraph? Why not? I mean, I went to school for them. I paid like $20,000 for the blue one, so. I got a scholarship for my bachelor's, not for my master's. You can, but typically they save it for like people who teach at the college. So like you teach classes, and since I was still working here when I got my master's, I couldn't do that. Yeah, I get $1,000 more added to my salary. $1,000 for a degree that costs $40,000.
Is it about
Kind of, but like my salary doesn't go up with inflation.
Wait, so you work by salary and not by hour?
Yes.
What is wrong with it? They really should fix that.
It's because it comes from property taxes and nobody wants to have that go up. Yearly.
Why do you want to be a teacher?
I'm not getting my PhD.
College teachers? Like, do they get a salary?
Yeah.
Is it better than high school?
Yeah. But college professors, like at a university, they have PhDs, so.
Oh, do they have to have PhDs?
To be at the college, yeah. At the university. At MCC, you just need a master's. Can I move on? Hmm? With what? We're just copying stuff down right now. Can I move on now? Close your computer, Chance.
Well, I mean, your mouse is way higher than mine, so like every time I put a ball on it, it literally like does this. Oh yeah.
Okay, so this one is alternate interior angles. So if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, alternate interior angles are congruent. And then in the circle, I wrote that alternate interior angles are opposite the transversal between the parallel lines. Racist or reasonable? Oh. I know, that's why I was like, what? So this one we're actually going to write the proof. I'm just drawing the picture first. Yes. Okay, so the transversal is the slanted line on this picture. That looks bad. Oh well. I hope you guys wrote down the word transversal. And then these are my parallel lines. So I want it to be between the two green lines I highlighted on opposite sides of the purple line. So what are my alternate interior angle pairs? 4 and what? Not 4 and 8. 4 and not 6. Why did I write an and? I wanted congruent. Opposite sides of the purple line in between the green lines. So I'm making, yeah. Mm-hmm. No. Interior means inside. That's it. That's it. I said don't cross this one out. I'm drawing the picture first. Okay, so for this proof, my given is R is parallel to S, and I want to prove that alternate interior angles are congruent, and I'm going to use angles 3 and 6. I'm just drawing, huh? Because I need to write a lot? Okay, guys. So remember, 2-column proofs, these are like when we started at the beginning of the chapter with the algebraic proofs. Sage, close your computer. Alternate interior angles are congruent. Guys, be quiet. Okay, so remember with 2-column proofs, I have my statements on the left side and my reasons on the right side. So what should my very first statement be? No. What do I always start off with? Yeah. R is congruent to S. Or, no. That's not what you said at all. And it's parallel. R is parallel to S. I always start off with my given. Okay, so then I'm going to say angle 6 is congruent to angle 2. So why are these two angles congruent? What have we learned so far that makes these two congruent? Okay, what's that called when they're in the same spot? Look at the notes we took earlier.
Virgin.
No.
I swear if you ever leak that photo,
It's something inside a gray oval.
I'll never.
2 and 6 are what?
Corresponding angles.
Corresponding angles.
I lost this spot.
Do you still have
Okay? Then I'm going to say angle 2 is congruent to angle 3. What makes those two congruent?
Corresponding angles.
Angles? Corresponding angles theorem? I abbreviated angles with the symbol. Didn't I tell you to write small? Okay. Then I'm going to say angle 6 is congruent to angle 3. That's not a 3, that's a 6. Yeah. So why is angle 6 congruent to angle 3? This is not something in a gray circle. So, ignoring everything over here, I have 6 is congruent to 2, 2 is congruent to 3. What's it called when I take up the... Delmar, put your computer away. No, I can't use alternate interior angles because that's what I'm proving. It's not something in the gray circle. So I said 6 is congruent to 2. No, they're alternate interior. But I can't say that because that's what I'm proving. So angle 2 is congruent to angle 6. No, will you listen to me? Angle 2 is congruent to angle 6. Guys! Angle 2 is congruent to 3. What's it called when I take out that middle 2 piece? We've used this property before. Transitive. Yeah, we did. We did it! We used it. We did when we were doing the algebraic proofs on the back with the vertical angles. I thought. Oh. I'm sorry. So transitive means when I combine two things together. Okay, so I guess I don't need this line so big. So then I can say, therefore, alternate interior angles are congruent. It's like, it's not liquid at all. It's just like, kind of like tape. I'm sorry. I said it and then I wrote the wrong thing. Okay, so then I'm going to take what I just wrote in the 2 columns and I'm going to write it in a paragraph form. So I'm going to say, given that R is parallel to S, what do we say after that? Like, what do we say up here?
There it's given.
I know. I said, so given that R is parallel to S, what came after that step?
6 and 2 are corresponding.
6 is congruent, angle 6 is congruent to angle 2 by corresponding angles. What? Pretty much, but we want it to be in paragraph form. Okay? Transitive. So we also know. What? You're skipping a lot of steps. What word? Given that R is parallel to S, angle 6 is congruent to angle 2 by the corresponding angles theorem. We also know angle 2 is congruent to angle 3. R is parallel to S. Because the double L means parallel. That's something we learned at the beginning of the year. R is the name of the line. The name of the other line. R, S. Okay, so then we use the transitive property. So using the transitive property, angle 6 is congruent to angle 3. Therefore, alternate interior angles are congruent.
Yes, you know about the fire drill? Why there was an actual truck?
I assume because it was actually a fire.
The break room on fire. Why can't they just like let everyone else go down? This is probably what happened.
We'd go home for today, and then they'd probably split us between different schools while they rebuilt it. Well, if it burned, like, actually burned down. They need to send us somewhere, so they probably split us between the other high schools in the area.
Wait, what?
I don't like the look on your face. Are you planning something bad? Okay, can I move on?
Hey, miss. Get off your phone.
Like that? I just cannot add students.
Is this how we're doing this?
No, I have more to do, but everyone said don't wait. No, I want to try and get a little bit further. What do you do in English? Do you like complain? Do you like?
Wait, hold on. Can you go back to
Okay, this one's similar.
She's swearing.
So this one is similar, except it's exterior instead of interior. No. From here on out, we're always going to use the two-column proof. Okay, so alternate exterior angles are opposite the transversal, outside of the parallel lines. What? So I want them, so I'm ignoring everything in between, and I'm only looking at the outside one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so guys, Sage, close your computer. So I'm outside the green lines, so I'm ignoring the stuff in the middle right there, and I want opposite the purple. So 1 and 8, 2 and 7. Okay, so for my two-column proof, I want to prove that R is I'm given R is parallel to S, and I want to prove that alternate exterior angles are congruent. And I'm going to use the angles 1 and 8. What? 110? What are you talking about? So? I know. No. Okay, so what do I start off with? R is parallel to S. So I don't start with what I want to prove. I want to pick two other angles that are the same. No, that's what I want to prove. So I want to start somewhere else.
2 and 7.
Writing math.
Is 2 and 7 1 or 8? So I'm going to start off with 1 and 5. Because what do I know about 1 and 5? What kind of angles are those? So what's that called? No. They are congruent, but what's the type of angles? They're in the same spot on different lines. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then what about, so I'm trying to get to angle 8. So what else can I use from this picture? No. 2 and 6 isn't any of the angles I need, so I just don't focus on them. So I'm trying to get rid of 5.
1 and 7.
So 5 and 8, how are they related? Uh-huh.
Oh, so they have to be 5.
Yeah, because I want to get rid of that, because that's not actually. Then what's my next line going to be?
5, 7.
No. What do we do on the last one at this point?
5.
Look at the last one.
Yeah, when you were nice.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say angle 1 is congruent to angle 8 by transitive property.
Oh. I thought
And then I just say, therefore, alternate exterior angles are congruent.